What's a history fact that just gets you choked up every time you have to tell it?
Okay, this one's a little different. So the only reason this is a little different is because it is very hard to find information on this particular fact. Okay, so this particular thing is where I live. I'm from Mississippi. My folks are from Arkansas, and don't judge. And every Saturday there's a siren that goes off at noon. Every Saturday. It had been that way since we had moved here. We moved here back in '92. I was like 6, right? And every Saturday it goes off at noon on the dot. So my grandfather would commonly come over, cut the yard and stuff like that, spend some time with us. And as a teenager, one time he was cutting the yard and the siren went off. And he just kind of got in the mood. And I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, I can't stand that siren. And I'm like, well, why? I mean, they taught us in school, like in elementary school, that it was to make sure that the siren was still operable, right? So they did it every Saturday at noon. And he said, no, baby. That is not what the siren is for whatsoever. It has nothing to do with making sure it still operates. He said that years ago, that siren would go off solely to inform the Black community that they're now allowed into town. So on Saturdays when you have to go shop, grocery shop, go around and about, Black people weren't allowed to do that until noon. In order to give community opportunity to get their grocery shopping together, to have breakfast and all that kind of stuff together and not have to encounter us. We could not be caught in town until noon. Now, I started researching this because I'm big on research, right? I even started telling other people about it. And one being an esthetician of mine, the one that does my waxes, and she even started to try to research. You can't find hardly anything about this. But one thing I know for sure is this: just because it's not written somewhere doesn't mean that our elders didn't experience it.
If you guys don't know what sundown towns are towns where Black people, indigenous people, people of color had to be in their house at a certain time or the white folks were going to come and get them. So in her story, she was saying this was in Mississippi. So I went to go research and I couldn't find anything in Mississippi as of yet, but I did find this. Apparently they have one in Nevada. They're saying that decades ago when that siren was played, it was a warning for Native Americans to leave before sundown. Apparently non-melanated people need to be in their home before 6:30 or they were under threat of jail time, fines, and other violence. Now Nevada passed a law to officially ban this siren, but if it was in Nevada, it's not a hard stretch to think that these sirens were all over the South. If y'all want to learn about sundown towns, this is a really good book to get. Please read it so that you can understand exactly what happened in these towns. The more you know, the more you grow. Remember, diversity, equal power. We can change the world when we work together and protect Black women. Until next time, go do the research. I'm still looking for Mississippi.